goodness. Welcome to the premiere episode of Watchmen.
Yeah.
The 82
Gotta clap.
podcast.
Love it.
Y'all didn't know we was hitting you with, you didn't know that the crew from the established 1982 podcast, Black Lightning, the 82 podcast,
Yes.
Naomi, the 82 podcast, was gonna come with it and hit you with Watchmen,
Yes, sir.
the 82 podcast.
Yep.
And after having watched that first episode, we are so glad that we decided to do it. We being one Wally, get off my lawn and law, and Mr. 1%, the resident elitist Rolls Royce Elite.
Yes, sir.
This show was a must.
Yes.
Now, if you are a follower of the established 1982 podcast, you may have heard an episode where I mentioned that I had not seen the Watchmen movie, and then another episode where I revealed that I actually went back and watched it in time for this show, this wonderful show on HBO. And I'm so glad that I did. And man, boy, this show here, I got to work after having watched it. Everybody watched it. I'm talking about women, men. I'm talking about everybody was talking about this show. And so we are so glad to be one of the conduits through which reviews and opinions can be delivered to the public about this Watchmen. So what say you, before we begin, Mr. 1%, about this first episode of the Watch? Do you care to give anyone a little background in the event that they were like me up until recently and didn't know anything about Watchmen?
Well, to put it simply, the show takes place after the events, and depending on the way you look at it, let's just say the events of the actual graphic novel.
Right, that's correct.
Yeah. You can watch the movie. The movie is a close adaptation, only until it gets to the ending.
Right.
I won't spoil it for
That's
anybody,
correct.
but they changed the ending so it makes sense to the viewers.
That's right.
Yeah, because the ending in the book is a little weird, and we'll touch on that a little bit
because you
later.
almost have to when you highlight
Right.
one of the instances in the show.
Exactly. So, man, there's so much to say about this show.
I know. Where do you start, man? This world is completely different. It's modern day,
Right.
but nothing what you're familiar with right
Well,
now.
let me put it into the context of the graphic novel or the movie, whichever one somebody choose to. I mean, you could watch either one and be able to follow along. Some people don't want to read, so hey, watch the movie. Some people want to read.
You get a lot more. You get a lot more content when you read, though.
Exactly. So, the Watchmen, the graphic novel, took place during 1985, and it was an alternate universe where Nixon was never impeached, and he continued to be president. There was no term limits.
So he just rode that thing out
on the presidency. So he wrote that out. And he's the leader of the free world to this point. Sounds eerie, doesn't it? So, anyway, so the Watchmen examines. Well, you examine the superheroes that like rose in the 50s and the 60s, and then they went away, and they were called the Minutemen. Then you have the new group called the Watchmen that consisted of Ozymandias, Silk Spectre,
the comedian,
Rorschach, the comedian,
Sable,
and
what's her name?
Night Owl. I already said it.
Okay, you did. Okay. You
Silk
said
Spectre.
Spectre. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Silk Spectre. Yep. And
So
Night Owl. Yep.
The novel follows them, and it's an examination of the superhero genre, but it's also putting a mirror up to society and showing that human nature, just showing the flaws of human nature. We can have good intentions, but we always find a way to mess it up, either by lying or doing wrong or by selfish means, myriad of things. Mm-hmm. And so the book, and the reason I'm going into detail is because this show is going to have so many different layers and so many different parallels. So I want to paint the picture that the graphic novel that this is inspired from, it's paralleling the real world and politics and all the things that are happening in society, racism, classism, all this stuff.
Yep.
And then they're also examining the superhero where, okay, they're supposed to be the example of morality and saving the world and all this stuff. But when you really look at their lives, it's like, no, they're like everybody else. Yeah. These superheroes that we raise up, or any politician that you raise up to be the hero or the savior.
Right. Yeah. Get ready for a letdown.
Right. Right. So, and I failed to mention, and this is blasphemous. Dr. Manhattan is part of the Watchmen.
Dr. Manhattan.
And that is the chess piece that all of this surrounds, because Dr. Manhattan, he's pretty much a godlike being.
Yeah, there's no fading.
Right. His name was Dr. John Osterman, and he was studying these intrinsic fields, and he got caught in the intrinsic field chamber, and it basically shattered all of his atoms. Well, from some miracle of nature, he was able to reassemble himself, and by doing that allowed him to have this wealth of
godlike power. Yeah.
Right, this godlike power, because he was able to reassemble his body that just got shot over the universe.
Right.
Pretty much all of his atoms got spread out all over all over the universe, and he was able to bring them back. So to have that ability to do that, he has the ability to do a lot of things.
Yeah, he's like the most.
So long story short, he becomes a chess piece, for good or bad, in the Watchmen, and he plays a role in the show. So anyway, that's my long-winded answer.
Yeah. I mean,
but to set it up, because that book is a literary masterpiece.
Yeah,
like it changed the game in terms of graphic novels, to the point where they were like, yeah, DC has to put out a movie.
Yeah,
and if you haven't seen the movie, check out the movie. I mean, they were meticulous about, sticking to detail and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there's stories within a story in the movie and in the graphic novel. There's
the Black Freighter.
There's a Black Freighter that gets intercut, and you're like, why? Why are we?
I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but it paints a picture of what's happening in the story, and then there were these excerpts that would come out with every issue, which were pages from a book called Under the Hood, which was from the original Night Owl, the Night Owl from the 50s. He retired, and he was basically explaining, like, well, this is what we did when we were fighting crime back in the day. This is why I retired. Yeah, that kind of thing. So anyway, setting all that up, check out Watchmen, the graphic novel, or check out the movie.
Whatever you have time for.
Yes, right. And then jump to this show.
Yeah.
Because this show is borrowing a lot of things from the graphic novel, and makes little hints to the movie as well. So, yeah.
And and you would do yourself a favor to do one of the two.
Exactly.
Right? Like the book, because I'm so glad I haven't gotten a chance to look at the book, but I did watch the movie because I felt like I could do that faster before the show started. And
right.
I probably will go back and get that book though. Real talk. But so
meant to put the book here, but we got Black Lightning. He's joining us
Black
for the
Lightning.
yeah,
man, Black Lightning. Don't forget to miss that Black Lightning podcast that we put out.
Yeah, we just recorded that one. So
yeah, man. But so when the show was announced, as HBO always does, they kind of give you an idea of some of the things they're gonna touch on. They're not afraid to. not spoil, but kind of give you something to look forward to. And they mentioned,
look,
that,
you paying your subscription dollars. We need you to.
So, we owe you this much, and we know that you trust us to give you quality because HBO, they don't bring no mess. They come to your front door with the real.
Mm-hmm.
And so they revealed that they were going to like make the Tulsa race riot a focal point of the show. To which we said, "Whoa, what?"
Yes.
So you mentioned the 50s.
Correct.
They went back farther
The
to
20s.
set this new show up. So Tulsa race riot. Now, this is something that has been for the most part erased from the history books because
it's bad.
yeah, man.
Real
I
bad.
mean, slavery was bad. Like, let's not understate that.
Yes.
This right here, man,
Is
was-
worse. Yeah.
Now,
Under the guise of freedom, we still gonna kill you.
we're still gonna kill you. Black Wall Street, ladies and gentlemen, was an area in Tulsa, Oklahoma that consisted of a community of it was literally Wakanda.
Yes, it was 20. I think
I
it was 20 to 30 blocks.
20 to 30 blocks of black businesses,
Homes, movie theaters,
dentist
restaurants.
office, doctors, all that.
Yes.
An entire community. Literally Wakanda, y'all. Literally Wakanda in 1921.
Imagine.
Without the technology, but literally that. Just black people just getting it in, putting in work, succeeding, irrespective of what they had just, had gone through in terms of slavery, pulling themselves up by the bootstraps, as a lot of people like to say.
Correct.
They did that.
And must I mention, contributing to the American economy.
That's correct. That dollar
I'll leave it
stayed
right
in their
there.
community. Now,
Right.
racist white people didn't like it. So, what they decided to do was just launch an all-out assault and massacre and kill and dive and bomb with biplanes. Like, you read those of us that were privy to that knowledge because, like I said, they tried to sweep it under the table.
Right. You know something? I didn't hear about this till I got to college.
Yeah.
It was
Same.
not taught.
Nope.
Not taught in.
They don't want that. They figure you know about slavery. That's bad enough. Let's not talk about how we further set back the black community from a socioeconomic and psychological level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And,
Now-
and must I mention too, and not to like labor the point, but
Yeah.
that fact alone is why we can't get ahead as a nation.
Yeah.
We're not educating ourselves like these are mistakes that we made in the past.
Let's not continue to make them.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
On any level.
Correct.
Now, like I said, I was like you.
Right.
I didn't know about this until late. And you feel kind of bad, but it's not your fault.
Correct.
It's society trying to, like I said, sweep that on the rug and hide it. Nobody likes a mirror but ugly people. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, nobody hates a mirror but ugly people is what I meant to say. So the scenes, they depicted this like when you hear about it, you're thinking, man, that must have been pretty bad. But when you see it play out, and HBO got the dollar to make it look like you, man, it's worse.
I'm getting chills.
It's,
Like, it's
worse
yeah.
than you imagine. I'm talking about people getting drugged by horses, you know what I'm saying, and biplanes bombing and Molotov cocktails and just gunning people down in the street while they're running. And man, it was crazy. I'm talking about babies,
The kid,
women, children.
the kid holding the baby, the dead baby,
Man.
was that
Bruh,
got me. That got me.
Listen.
Yeah, that got me.
And so I'm sitting there like, right. So I shared this with Rose, man, in the text message. We go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was recently at a family reunion. My family reunion on my mom's side. And like the patriarch of our family now, the oldest living one, my uncle Robert, he wanted to start a thing where every family reunion we would discuss our history and try to learn more about our family. And this was the first of its kind. This kind of meeting and discussion and education about our family history.
And that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Might I add?
Because
to get that
we learned a lot,
passing
man.
down
Yeah.
of history,
Right.
family history.
Right. So my granddaddy, man, he first of all, a little bit of history about my granddaddy. My granddaddy was like the first dude to ever work in an automobile manufacturing plant in Mississippi.
Right.
Like he was a mechanic.
Right.
But they made him work in the back because they didn't want the white people to see him working on the cars in the front, so they had to put him in the back. But his dad was actually believed to have been murdered in the Tulsa. So his family, my granddaddy's family, his brothers and sisters and his dad and his mom lived in Tulsa, right? And so my uncle said that, they moved from Tulsa immediately after that because there was like no more record of my granddad and my great granddad after that. But they lived in Tulsa then.
Wow.
And so they moved to where I know my family to have originated from in Columbus, Mississippi. The mom, my great grandmom, never shared that with her kids. She didn't want to explain or try to. She didn't want to say. They just kind of said he just went away. You know what I'm saying? As to spare them the trauma. You know what I'm saying? But it's after having traced it back and kind of, I guess, connecting the dots and 1 + 1 kind of deal.
Right.
It's believed that he died in the Tulsa. And it's just like crazy because when he said that, I'm sitting there like, man, for real? Because and like I said, it's not like completely fact, but he was saying there's no other explanation. There's no other explanation than that. They have no record of his existence after that.
Right.
After having lived in Tulsa. So when I was watching that, I'm thinking, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
I'm sorry to hear that first off, because that's terrible.
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine how psychologically damaging that is. You live in a town post-slavery.
You think it's all good?
Where, they're using land, that whole concept of, and we'll touch on this, 40 acres and a mule.
40 acres.
But they didn't get that, but they
they
worked,
they
pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. The American dream, right?
Right. Nightmare.
And that gets stripped away because, and psychologically, it's like, don't do this. Don't get too far now. Or this will happen.
Doing too much.
You're doing too much.
Right. And so now it's even if we can build up, let's not.
Right.
Because this is what can happen. Because they can come in anytime they want.
I can see the damage today.
And not be held accountable for it.
Correct.
You can just do it and it's okay.
Right.
I mean, even now people are doing stuff and getting away with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of struck me a little bit when I watched that because
kind of sounds like somebody can walk into Times Square and shoot somebody and nobody will do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just shoot somebody in their own home.
Yeah, that echoes something to me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out.
Watchmen echoes
a
lot of what's going on, and
right.
That was the opening.
Right.
A little boy, a young boy, man, couldn't have been no more than 6,
5 or
7.
6.
Yeah, man, little kid. Was snatched out of a theater where he's watching a silent film, which ironically, the silent film depicted a crooked white person being brought to justice by the righteous black sheriff,
which is odd.
Crazy. So you see that.
Yes, but we're in the universe of the Watchmen, which is an alternate universe.
Yes, a universe, and we'll get into some of the things when we start talking about the modern day that is just crazy. So all this is going on. The dad runs in, hey, grabs his son out. We gotta go. We gotta get you out of here. So the parents are insistent on getting him out.
Right.
Just him.
Yes.
It was almost like some Kal-El.
Krypton. I
You
thought
know what
the
I'm
same
saying?
thing.
It was like, we got to get him out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they put a little note in, watch this boy.
Right.
You know?
The
It
acting
was
from the dad.
just like
The acting from the dad got me. Like
Jor-El.
Right.
Yeah.
When he put him in a box and he
closed it up.
Well, he didn't. Before he closed
Yeah,
it, he just
yeah,
said,
he
"Let me look at him one more time.
Yeah.
I want to soak this in."
Yeah, yep. And then just
And he didn't cry. He just
Nope.
he read it all in his
yeah,
face. Like,
yeah.
I'm sad.
It
This is
has
the
to be
end.
done
It has to be done.
because we're not gonna make it.
Right.
We're not gonna make it.
Right.
And so they riding off, I guess, in like a little stagecoach kind of horse and buggy thing.
Right. And bullets are grazing
flying. Dude, bullets are flying in the box, and the little boy, when a bullet hole comes in, he proceeds to then look through the bullet hole,
right,
to see what's going on.
And a biplane,
And
bombs.
he just see right, and so you see these planes, dude. They got planes. It wasn't enough to just come in on horseback with guns. They got planes and bombed the joint, man.
Right.
Like they was real serious about laying that flat, real like scorched earth.
Right.
And it happened like that, y'all. It happened. You know, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it happened. And the writers of this show and producers and HBO, whoever, wanted to let everybody know, while this is a fictional program, understand that this happened.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And it has ramifications today. You know what I mean? So,
And the way it was written, it's like, okay, yes, this was an alternate universe, but black people did that, like you said, in real history.
Yeah,
that actually
happened.
Yeah,
So-
black people did
yeah.
overcome at a certain point.
Yes.
Right.
They did.
In that small
Yep.
section of town. Yep.
That is exactly right.
In the city of Tulsa.
Yes. So now the horse and buggy that the kid rode out on, man, didn't even make it out because we see a scene where it's been turned over and it's like it's night.
Apparently something happened with the buggy.
Yeah.
And one of
crashed
one
or
of the
something.
people that were riding that was leading the buggy was shot.
Yeah, you can
Right.
see, yeah.
Right.
And so, but there was nothing left but him, and he kind of crawled out of the box. I guess they were left for dead because they didn't think to look in the box.
Right.
And so he got out, and then they didn't know that there was a baby too,
Man.
a baby. But the baby is alive. So the little man goes and grabs the baby. Now this little dude was terrified at first, but then he just kind of looked around him thinking, well, I guess I'm that dude now.
Right.
Let's grow up.
He looked at the note first and
Yeah,
said, take care of this boy.
yeah,
He's
watch
like,
this-
well,
watch
there's
this
nobody to
boy.
take care of me.
Right. So I'm that dude now, but I'll take care of this baby. So he picked up this baby and just started walking down this road in Tulsa, and he turned around, and all you see is just fire on the horizon from as far as you can see from one side of the screen to the other is just fire.
Right.
And nothing. And he's just standing there holding the baby. And
can I make a point?
yeah.
This didn't just happen. Now, it happened to this magnitude in Tulsa, but this happened in pockets of the country.
Yeah.
Like Pulaski, there was mass murder of African Americans in Pulaski, and this was earlier, like in the 1800s.
It's
but
the
there
home
was
of the Klan.
right,
That's the home of the Klan, Pulaski,
Right.
Tennessee. That is the
hundreds
birthplace of the
yes,
Klan.
right. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't go there.
right. Make sure your gas is full.
Full.
Yeah, if you're driving through there,
Shoot through Pulaski.
right.
So, he's walking down the road and they cut to, it's funny because then they show the road and then it transforms from 1921 to modern day on the same
2019,
road.
and they made a point to say this is 2019.
This is 2019.
Right, September 18th, 2019.
Yes.
Right.
And so they're showing the same road he's walking down. It's paved now.
Right.
But before it was, gravelly and stuff.
Yes.
But now it's paved, but it's the same road. But then there's stuff off to the side. It shows the development of the city of Tulsa.
Correct.
But
Right.
he's driving down. But now this car comes driving down the road,
Blasting,
which is interesting.
blasting
Blasting some
rap.
gangster. Yes.
And I said, okay, the black person.
The black
Nope.
white dude. White dude listening to some gangster rap,
Drinking some scissor. I
drinking
think.
something because he knew when he got pulled over
Right.
by the police, which was black police,
Correct.
that he better do something about his open container. You're not supposed to be, open container. Even in the alternate universe, driving with an open container, it's
Correct.
a no-no.
Right.
And the interesting thing to note about this traffic stop is that the white person begins going through the exercise of things that you must do as a black person
Right.
when pulled over by the police. There's protocol. Now, to all our white fans out there,
Yes.
we feel because we love everybody, we love all our fans,
Absolutely.
and we want to enlighten you to those things that you may not be privy to knowledge-wise.
Correct.
There's protocol.
It's passed down to children.
Yes.
My
Now,
father
That is
taught
correct.
me the protocol
there's protocol.
when cops pull.
No sudden movements.
Yes. 10 and 2 on the
Eyes forward, hands on the wheel.
10 and 2.
Move slowly when asked to move,
Correct.
and be respectful.
Yes.
There's rules to this.
Right. There's no popping off at the mouth.
None of that.
No cursing at the police.
None of that.
I've seen the opposite where
Don't even express any form of
Disrespect.
frustration. Keep your face straight
right.
at all times.
Right.
That's the rule.
Yes.
For those of you that may not be aware, some of you are, but for those that are not, that's the protocol. The white guy in the show here, engaging in the protocol.
right.
And if you're going to do something, you announce it.
Sir, I need to reach in
I'm
my
about
glove
to go
compartment.
into my glove compartment.
Right.
You got to do all of that. Mm-hmm. You got to do all of it. It sounds silly, but it's real, right? So he's doing that, because he wants him to get his, the registration. Now, interesting about the cop, we know he's black, but only because his eyes, the top part,
Right.
because the police in this world have to wear masks because they're being targeted.
Because of there was an event called White
White
Night.
Night. They was killing cops,
Right. Interesting how that flips.
and the cops are black.
Right.
Well, in this instance,
Correct.
There's plenty of cops.
But I'm saying what's flipped based on in our society.
The cops are doing the senseless murdering.
Correct.
Those are
The bad cops.
I was going to say
Bad cops.
those that are bad cops.
Bad cops.
The majority are not.
Right.
We understand that.
Right.
Let's not be ridiculous.
Right. There's no extremes here.
Yeah, 5% ruin it for the other 95.
Correct.
We understand that.
Yes.
So his face is covered. They all wear these yellow masks, the police force, so that they're not recognized when they're off duty in the street and are targeted.
Right.
If you're a cop, no one needs to know what you do. You need to make up something that you do when you leave work or when you leave home, so nobody knows that you're a cop. So he's got this thing, and they're going through the whole thing, and what you got in the back? He's asking him. He's like, "Oh, I just got lettuce in the back." Well, I need to go look in the back. Let me see your registration or whatever. He warns him, I'm going to my glove.
Right.
And he sees a Rorschach mask. Now, Rorschach was one of the dudes you mentioned, one
Correct.
of the old Watchmen back in the day.
Right.
He had this ink blot, real dope effect.
Rorschach pattern.
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
a Rorschach
the ink
pattern.
blot joint. Yeah, the ink blot joint. Yeah.
And it depicts like
mood or
like if somebody showed you a pattern, they say, "Well, what do you see?"
What do you see? In it?
Whatever your mind comes up with.
Yeah, that's what you.
That's what you see.
So he had that mask in there. Now that mask is representative of a member, a member of the 7th Cavalry, and that is the white supremacist group.
Pretty much their clan.
Yeah,
Their Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, it's the new clan. It's the Klan now. Yeah.
Right. Hence the K.
K.
Calvary.
Yeah, because it's Calvary with a K, y'all. It ain't no, yeah. So,
Right.
So the cop sees it and he was like, oh, okay. Bet that. He makes a mental note, goes back to the car, and he's like, so he gets on the radio. And this is an interesting concept. They live in a world now where cops don't have their guns on them. They're locked down. His was locked down in the car.
Correct.
He had to call in and ask permission to access the gun.
Because he felt
that there was a threat
it.
based on the fact that there was the Klansman Rorschach mask in the man's glove compartment, and due to what's been going on around here, he's in danger, right?
Right.
So he's like, man, look,
and to pause there too, not to labor at,
yeah.
but it is interesting that concept got communicated that maybe that
You
needs
should not
to be
have your gun ready to fire all the time.
right.
You need to.
It might be a little extreme because yeah, because you do want the cops to
be able to draw down as soon as possible.
Correct, but we're living in a time now where it's like
you can't,
because a gun is so accessible,
everybody,
and it's like split second. People just die for no reason at all, you know, and it's sickening, you know. It seems like there's a lack of training. It's like the training goes out the door if it's a person of color for some reason. So anyway,
so he's in the car and he's explaining to, I guess, whoever is down at the station, you know, hey, he's citing all these reasons why he needs it. And he's like, okay, well, what about this? And there's this checklist of things he's going through in order for him to say, okay, we'll unlock the gun.
Right.
Goes through this long, exhaustive list of all the stuff he needs.
And you feel the tension because it's like,
man, you need to hurry up, man, because this dude, man, he, ain't no telling what he's trying to do.
Right.
And so he said, okay, authorize. Buzz me, man, buzz me so I can get my gun. He buzzes it.
It doesn't
it's
work.
jammed. It's not coming out, man. He's buzz it again, man. Buzz it again.
Right.
It's stuck. Buzz me, man. Buzz me again. He's like, man, I'm trying. So he buzzed him again, and it came loose, but my man had already came out the truck.
Right.
Blasted him, laid him out. You know what I'm saying? And then threw a head of lettuce at him. So
I didn't understand that part with the lettuce.
Well, because he told him I had lettuce in my car. See,
right,
trick. You know what I'm saying? It was just I just read it as a form of disrespect.
I see. I got you.
Here, I'm gonna throw here's this lettuce you wanted to see.
Right.
So bad.
Yeah.
Take these buckshots with you. You know what I'm saying? So then he put on his little mask, letting them know that's how we roll. The 7th Cavalry.
We're back.
We back for some more. We killing cops, laying them down in the street. Now, here's what's interesting. You mentioned the how everything's flipped, and now the gun is locked down. You could say that those who are like NRA apologists or whatever, those who are on the right or worried about their guns being taken, could argue that that's why he died. Because he didn't have access to, the good guys didn't get their gun, and the bad guy, that's why you don't lock down. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I saw that, I thought, would they make that argument for the police if he's black? Or do they sweep that under the rug? You know what I'm saying? Like, other way around, if he had a gun, he'd been all right. But it's not that, right? It's not that. But that's an argument that they make, right? That's, those who are supposed to have it, that's why we want guns in schools and guns in libraries and guns in parks and guns in, you know what I'm saying? That's what they would point to, that to justify their point. And so when I watched that, I was just like, it's crazy, but everything is so bizarro that you don't know what to think. But it's a liberal society now.
Correct.
And so the president is a liberal and has been for 30 years. As we said, there are no term limits. It's Robert Redford, by the way.
Right.
And they've initiated this locking down guns from the police. So it's very interesting. I would like to see some of the argument. You know what I'm saying? Even though
I'm curious as the season goes along, like the ramifications of that. Like, and then also the messaging that they're trying to to portray, like, is most of the police force black?
Yeah,
So-
we don't know,
Right.
Because we can get to that. We saw him in the room and stuff. It's
Right.
hard to tell,
Yeah.
and how quick they would be to kill police. They sound like they're just down to kill the police, which I don't understand the reasoning behind it yet. Like, why are they so hell bent on killing all the police?
Yeah, there's some threads there, and we'll get into it. And I know we're jumping around, but like
Yeah.
when we get to Judd Crawford,
My man
I'll mention
Judd.
something
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
Should we talk about Judd? I guess.
let's go and get into Judge.
Okay,
'cause he's
so-
the chief.
So yeah, this happens, and then Judd, we enter a stage play, and I know we're jumping around a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I mean, we can't hit everything, right?
so again, we're in an alternate universe, and we're watching a play of Oklahoma. You
All
know,
black cast.
yeah, with the all black cast, which is
Never happened.
there's plays with black cast, but
it's Tyler Perry.
It's like Chitlin Circuit, that kind of thing,
Right.
or what they affectionately call as a Chitlin Circuit.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. So to see this play, and just you see the audience, and then we lock in on Judd Crawford, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we find out that Judd Crawford is the chief of police. He gets out of the play, and they let him know, hey, a cop's been
cop
shot.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's in the hospital.
Yeah, he gets
he didn't
dressed.
die.
Right. Which is, it's like, wow, what did he get shot with? Because he got hit multiple times.
Yeah,
like,
he got hit.
I guess maybe he had
Maybe
a
he
vest
had his
on.
stuff on. Yeah, because he knows. I mean, if you wearing a mask, you probably got on other stuff too out here in the
Right,
street.
right.
You can't draw your gun when you want.
Exactly. So anyway, he visits the cop in the hospital, and he seems pretty loving and
Yeah,
caring, and
yeah.
not like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
this is a cop, like this guy.
Yeah.
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 So you kind of get some glimpses of the character, and then there's a guy that's wearing a reflective mask. It looks like a Rorschach mask, but it's just all looks like a
super
foil.
shiny,
It's a
yeah.
super shiny reflective mask. And we find out that his name is called Looking Glass, and he mentions, "Hey, do you want to alert Red and Night? Night being short for Sister Night,
Night.
and
Dopest character in the
correct." So anyway, so we see Judd and we see the interaction, and then he. I'm jumping around. He goes to the wife and explains, like, hey,
Yeah.
this is what we're going to say. This is what we're going to do to make sure that you're protected.
Yep.
And it's painting the
Genuinely,
picture that
yeah.
it's painting this picture that, like, yeah, there's some, even though there's peace, there was some uneasiness
Yeah.
in Tulsa
Yes.
for what we can see
You're right.
about this. So there's this protocol that they go through to make sure that the cops are protected even after an event like this, and their families. So we see the thoroughness with that. And then fast forward, and then we get to, I don't know her real, did they even say Angela Abar?
A-Bar. Yep.
That's her name.
Yep.
So we cut to Angela Abar, and
Dope.
she's showing a class how
Career
to cook.
day.
Yeah, it's a career day.
Your
And
son's
she's
career
an
day.
owner of a bakery called
Soon to
Milk
open.
in Hanoi.
Yep.
And she was born in
Yeah, it was
Saigon.
Yes,
she was born in
that's what it
Saigon.
was.
She was born in Saigon, which is. It also shows the parallel universe because there's not a lot of black
No.
folks. I mean, unless you're part of the military
That's
or
correct.
something like that.
That's correct.
For a black person to say, "Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
from Saigon."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You threw me off.
Yeah. So, so anyway, she apparently the culture that she lived in, she brought that back to the States with her, and then oddly enough, somebody asked her about, well, I forgot how it came up. Hey, we heard you were a cop.
She retired. She got to talking about, I retired in one of the. See, somebody asked you, why did you want to be a baker, a bakery or something?
Right.
Well, I had to find something to do because I had to retire. And then she just went
Went
all
into
off
detail.
script. Yeah, white night, they killed all the police and I had to hide and blah,
Right.
blah, blah. And then the
And
teacher was like,
Yeah, cut that out. Like, what are we doing?
Over there with your kids.
Right.
And she was like, oh.
Which
Yeah, that's
shows,
what happened.
which was excellent writing because
Yeah.
it in a scene they were like, this is what this character is like.
Yeah.
She's gonna tell you like it
Right.
is.
And
She's
ain't
no
gonna-
filter.
right.
There's never gonna be a filter with her.
Right. Even in the,
I'm gonna give you the
baby's
truth.
classroom.
I'm gonna give you the truth every
Right,
single
all the
time.
time.
Right.
All the
I'm
time.
not gonna spare you
no.
the
Ever.
pleasantries.
No.
and-
No
yeah.
colorful euphemisms for atrocities. None of that.
Right.
Just, yeah.
So anyway, the conversation keeps going, and there's
She talked about the bakery. I opened a bakery.
right, and then
And
when then there was a white
one
kid. Yeah,
It's
he's like,
always one.
so
was
was that were you benefiting from the Redford
Yeah,
rations?
Redford. Yes,
Redfordations.
Redford. Yes. Did
Which
you
is-
pay?
Did you pay with it with
right?
Redfordations?
Did you get your bakery with the Redfordations? And she looked up at her like, "What the?
Right.
Did you just say?"
Right.
And all we saw was a little white kid with long hair on the other
Right.
side mugging, like
Right.
me mugging, like, man.
Yeah, that threw me off because I was like, "What's going
What's
on?"
going on?
Right.
And then next thing you know, little man just
Rushed him.
ran and stole on him. You know what I'm saying? It was like, why little dude mad?
And then she said Proctor, or what she say, Proctor?
Oh yeah, his
Or
name.
what's-
What is his name? I forgot his name, but he was like, wait a minute. Come to find out, man, that's her son.
Right.
I guess adopted.
Interesting.
And so they riding in the car after that.
Right.
He got in a little scuffle.
Right.
Looked like he might have won the fight because he wasn't messed up too bad.
Exactly.
And she was like, man, you can't snap off like that.
Right.
And he was like, he's a racist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She was like,
no, but he's well on his way.
Right. Right.
You know, so Redfordations apparently is what they have coined as, the reparations, because Robert Redford is the president now, and apparently blacks have been compensated for their years of oppression
Right.
in the form of reparations. But those who are unhappy with that, those racists that are unhappy, call them Redfordations.
Right.
Kind of like how they just make terms up,
Right.
like Obamacare and
Right.
stuff like that when they don't like something. So
Exactly. Yeah, we put your name on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put your name on something we don't like,
Right.
and it's the same thing. And I figure that's why they did that, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
So
well, and again, love our fans,
yes,
but for those of you that don't know about reparations,
yes,
if I'm, and correct me if I'm wrong, there was a promise of 40 acres and a mule.
40 acres.
Might not sound like much,
It was then.
but it was then.
40
and
acres is all right now.
It is.
I mean,
it's a lot
it's
of
a
land.
lot.
It's a lot of land.
I'll let you keep the mule.
I sit on a half.
Man, that's what I'm
you know
saying. If
Like,
you give 40,
yeah,
you straight.
right. You can live off of that land.
10 is good.
Right.
Like, man.
Right. You can't cut 40 acres of
No,
grass.
bro.
Like that's
no, man.
You got to
this
get a
is
company
work.
to cut
you
that.
need a mule.
Right. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
But that was a promise.
Yeah.
And that promise was never
No.
upended. So
No.
so that's why there's been talk of that. Yeah.
So apparently Robert Redford said, yeah, here you go.
Right.
But we don't. What's interesting is we don't know
The amount. Or,
why. We don't know anything. No particulars. We just know that black folks got paid.
Right.
And so I don't know.
Right.
So there it is.
Yeah.
So Angela Abar, let's go and get into who she is, right? Because as we said, the police have to hide their faces, and
Correct.
they can't. They at career day, they can't let anybody know who they are.
Right.
She claims to be retired, but she's still quite active,
Yes.
to the point where she's still putting her badge right on that belt when she
Right.
goes out.
Right.
As we said,
She's an
Sister
agent
Knight.
of Tulsa police officer.
She is still active,
Yeah.
just not to those who, have that knowledge. The laymen out here,
Right.
and she puts in work. And they're investigating this thing, and they're in the room, cops everywhere,
Right.
Because they went on ahead and made the call to Sister Night, right?
Yeah, they were beeping
This is
her.
the dope part,
Right. Yes.
This is the dope part.
Yes. So they were beeping her, I guess, because she was caught up with career day. She wasn't paying attention.
Talk about
to her
the beeper, right? You know
Yeah.
the reason.
Well, let me hold on.
Okay.
Before we get to the
Beepers.
Before we get to that,
Yeah.
When they're her and her son are riding home from
after
school
after the scuffle.
Yeah. What you call the kind of the national emergency broadcasting, the horns,
the sirens
start firing off. You're like, what is going
what's
on? Like,
Yeah.
is somebody about to get bombed?
Yeah.
And it just starts raining squid.
Yeah.
And she stops, and squid are falling.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she hears a horn and she stops the car.
Stops the car, and a lot of people did the same.
Right.
In the
They
street.
know this is
They know
regular.
This is protocol. This is standard operating procedure.
Right. Squid start falling.
Yeah.
Really weird. Like
Yeah.
just ooze and squid
Yeah.
and just
Everywhere.
crap everywhere.
Yeah.
She calmly gets out,
Squeeges it.
squeezy, it just wipes it off the windshield and then goes about her way.
Keep going.
Right. And he's like, oh, it smells. And she's like,
Yeah,
oh, now
right.
you have a nose, you know?
Get used to it.
Yeah.
For a while.
So there's no explanation of that. The
Nope.
only tie-in that I can think of, and spoilers, but in the events of
Close your ears.
Yes, in the events of the Watchmen book, at the end,
Dr.
Ozzy-
Manhattan. Oh,
well,
yeah. I forgot the movie. Dr.
Right.
Manhattan. Yes.
somehow Ozymandias somehow summoned a giant squid to destroy the city. Like,
Yeah.
and I got to read it again because
Yeah.
I didn't it was such a weird
Yeah.
deal, but that's my only reference to why squid are coming
And they
out.
might twist it. Quite
Yeah.
honestly, there's no telling what they'll
Right.
do.
Yeah, and don't quote me on that, but I know a squid was involved at the end instead of like the movie.
Spoilers.
Spoilers again.
Spoilers.
If you haven't seen the movie, Dr. Manhattan's energy was harnessed to create bombs, and that bomb went off in New York and Hong Kong, in the major cities, which caused the world to
come together.
and
Stop this senseless fighting. And
so there was
and
an uneasy peace that happened
Right.
after that happened.
they all had a common enemy, I guess, and
Right, which exiles Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan was already trying to exile himself anyway. He comes back to try to help, but it was too late. He goes back to Mars. So Dr. Manhattan is on Mars in this world. They make a reference to it
even show 'em, yeah.
in the episode. So yeah, I just wanted to reference a squid. But back to Angela Abar, she gets her husband. Sorry, she rolls home, and then we find
the
out
house.
that they have 2 adopted kids.
Yeah.
And can we talk about that for a minute? Did that seem? Should we even mention that, or like? Because there is like
they've already set a precedent that this show's backwards.
right.
Everything we are endeavoring to make the abnormal normal.
Correct.
And so when you see that stuff, now they're training you to expect crazy.
Right.
Well, crazy, as
Right.
far as everything's bizarro here.
So in the real society, there are let me phrase this. I'm gonna phrase this. It's gonna sound wrong. There are some loving people out there that adopt kids, but there's and please, I want to put on record, this is not a blanket statement.
Right.
So there is a little bit of a stigma of white people that adopt kids of color, because there's maybe a slight disconnect, and again, that is great for for people to adopt whatever, doesn't matter the color.
Considering that the
Right.
society we live in, what I'm saying, that you care that much,
Correct.
Absolutely.
But like, those are discussions that happen within the black community. Like, oh, well, you know, when you see like two black kids and then their parents are white, it's a weird juxtaposition knowing the history that we come from.
Right.
And it's not saying anything bad about the adoptive parents.
No.
It's just on the surface, it's jarring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
So
then,
I want to.
But then once you get used to it,
It's fine. But
because we know some.
what is interesting is they made a point of showing this in the show.
Yeah.
That these are two black parents taking care of white kids.
Yep.
So, so we see, you know, the
house.
son and the daughter roll up to the house. The husband passes
man
her a
from the
beeper
Black
and says,
Mirror
"Hey, this has been
fighting."
Yeah. He was also Black Manta in Aquaman.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. And he will be the lead in the new Matrix movie.
Oh.
Yes. So, I'm can't pronounce it. Yahamati. I forgot.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, great actor.
Yep.
Anyway, he gives her a beeper and he says, "This has been beeping all night." Blah blah blah.
Taylor, what's going on?
And she's like, "Oh, I gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yeah. So
Now,
she
yes,
goes to the bakery, which hasn't opened yet.
and she walked into that bakery, and man,
Yeah.
She
Well,
sure is
before she walks into the
talented
bakery, before she walks into the bakery, there's a mysterious
old man
in a wheelchair.
My
and
man
says,
Lou Gossett.
Yeah, he looks at her and says, "Do you think I can lift 200 pounds?" And she's like,
pounds. She's like, "Whatever, old man. Excuse me, I got to go in the bakery."
Yeah. What are you asking me? I'm get away. Like,
right. What are you talking about?
She proceeds through the bakery into a locked door, and then she goes down into like a basement or something, and she puts on She puts on her gear,
black robe,
puts
and
the hood on,
and the mask, and jumps into a black. It only comes in black.
Right.
The Buick Grand National.
Right.
One of the dopest cars ever created.
Correct.
My goodness. When I saw that, I was like,
and even the way they shot it from the top.
Oh, my goodness, that car.
Right.
The Grand National.
Right.
Man, I stood up. I was like, yeah, that's the car you supposed to drive at Sister Night. That is it.
Yeah.
And she made it to the police station in all her glory. The night, the Sister Night of a nun, a ninja nun outfit,
right?
Dopest character in the show,
right? So she rides to the police station, and
they're being briefed and showing video of the
7th Cavalry provided
claiming,
a video.
claiming responsibility for the recently shot policeman.
Which is interesting because it's like something that would happen during wartime. Like, yeah, we did that.
It was almost Al Qaeda like.
Right.
We claim responsibility. You know how they make videos and we talking about what they're going to do and come out with their manifesto. Terrorism.
White terrorism.
Yeah.
This year alone, we've had terrorist attacks.
Yep.
Mass shootings.
Domestic.
All white men.
Angry.
They're not called terrorists though.
No.
Yes. So
that's what it's called.
I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the Klan was a terrorist group.
Correct.
It's terrorists.
But they're not classified as terrorists though.
Yeah, but they are.
Yeah. Black Panthers were. And they're terrorists.
No, they were actually providing meals for the community and
correct.
They were depicted. That's another story. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Black History 101.
That's what's important. This is, and let me point out, I never thought that I would live in a world like, okay, on our other podcasts, we talk about how when we were growing up, they're like, oh, it'd be dope if we got a Justice League movie. Yeah. Oh, it'd be dope if, we've gotten blessed with Marvel movies.
Yeah.
We've gotten blessed with diverse characters. We got Black Panther. I never thought Black Panther would be. $2 billion. I didn't think if they came out with a Black Panther movie, it would make this cultural impact that it did. Right. But it did. This show right here, I get chills because I'd never expected. Let me back up. I watched The Watchmen again. Like I watched a Watchmen in 2009 when he came out. Okay. Great film. I got the literary.
Zack Snyder, baby.
Yeah, and I got the literary sense. I got what they were trying to say about human nature and superheroes.
Right.
But man, I tell you, you watch it now, it hits different.
Yeah, it does.
Hits
It does.
real
And see,
different.
And see, mind you, I saw it recently. I didn't see it then.
Right.
When you see it now with all the stuff that's going on,
It's eerie.
Yeah,
it's eerie.
Yeah,
this show is eerie too.
Yeah,
because there are some things that are happening in our culture now
Mm-hmm.
that we will be living in an alternate universe if we're not careful.
yeah.
I'm going to say this again. We will be living in an alternate universe if we're not careful, if we're not paying attention to lies, and if we're not paying attention, we're not paying attention to each other.
Yes.
We're not
Ignoring the
we're
truth.
not having the dialogue with each other and understanding, between races and just understanding our differences and being able to just sit at a table and go, look, I know you feel differently. I feel differently. How can we come together and make sure?
Why can't we amicably discuss this thing?
And both both aim to have a good life. That's basically what it is. It's just everybody just wants a fair
my
shake.
side, or
Yes.
no side.
Right.
That's how it is right now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to benefit
versus
except
them.
for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So anyway, long story short.
Right.
So
Sister Night. Rolling
yes,
in the
Sister
police.
Night. Yeah.
All the police are in there, in the room.
Right.
All of them, and they all have they don't even pull the mask down in presence of one another. And in my mind, I'm thinking, is that because there's a level of mistrust even?
What did the cavalry say though? We are invisible.
That's
We
true.
are everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
I'm paying attention to Looking Glass.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to Looking
Yeah,
Glass.
because he's the one, man, he's the only one that's gonna be able to root anybody out that
Right.
might be problematic.
No, I'm looking at him as well.
Oh, you mean as one that might be playing. Now, he fits the description. Now, see,
Yes.
I didn't expect Looking Glass to be that dude.
Correct.
I expected that guy to be straight laced and this almost with an English accent or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of dude. That dude is from the sticks.
Right.
Like trailer park, maybe missing a few teeth or something like that.
But
kind of
very
dude.
cerebral.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yes.
he doesn't talk, and he seems like he would fit well
Right.
in the 7th Cavalry.
Right.
But
But that's what I was saying. Like the 7th Cavalry said, we're everywhere.
we all over the place.
So I
Yeah.
guess they have to take precautions. They can't let their guard down.
yeah.
So yeah. So the 7th Cavalry, they go through a speech, and there's a part where in the Watchmen, Rorschach was always a champion of truth.
Yes.
He wanted to
He was actually a good guy.
Yes.
He was just real gangster with his good.
He was he's like the equivalent of, there's a comic book character called The Question. He has a faceless mask, and he's always looking for the answer. And he has this conspiracy theory kind of thing about him. Like, I'm going to try to find the answer to this long, winding conspiracy theory. Rorschach was kind of that dude. Like, no, there's something afoot here.
Right.
I'm going to find the truth.
Right.
I'm going to investigate this.
Real
and
delving into.
I'm going to do detective work.
Yep.
And then I'm going to write a journal
Right.
about.
He chronicled everything, dude.
Yes.
Like, that dude wrote down everything.
Right. And at the end of the Watchmen book, he leaves the journal with a newspaper called The New Frontiersman, which on the surface you're like, oh, well, it's just like a newspaper, but it's more like, it's kind of like the Inquirer, actually.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Scandal sheet kind of
Right.
stuff.
Right. So anyway, so long story short, the cavalry, Rorschach makes a statement about the politicians,
The
the
whores and
whores,
politicians
the
would look
filth,
up
the
and
moral filth
right.
of the city. They would look up at him and say, "Save us," and he would
look
whisper,
down and whisper,
say,
"No."
"No." Right. I don't know why he said that. I need to read the book again to really get the context of why he said that.
I mean, I got the whole quote here.
Right.
You know what
Go
I mean?
ahead, break it down.
All right, so this is the whole quote, right? Dog carcass in alley this morning. It's twisted in the show to say
Cop.
cop in
cop carcass on the street.
On the street in the evening.
Right, because he shot the
shot the guy at night.
Right.
Tire tread on burst stomach. This city is afraid of me. I've seen his true face. The streets are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of blood. When the drains finally scab over, all the venom will drown. Now that part was kind of left out of the thing. But here's the part that you mentioned. He says, because really the only thing he switched was the police part and all that stuff with the dog carcass and stuff. The accumulated filth of all their sex and murder will foam up about their waists, and all the whores and politicians will look up and shout, "Save us!" I'll look down and whisper, "No." That's what he was saying. He was like,
right.
But they twisted the words of someone who was actually looking for justice, trying to establish justice, and turn it into this white supremacist manifesto.
Correct.
To where they're killing police.
And justifying it by using twisting his words
that were used to try to exact justice.
Right.
And like I said, if you read the book and see the movie, you'll see, man, Rorschach, he not a bad guy.
Right.
He gangster though. Like if you on the wrong side of the law, he gonna put you down. I mean, but he was a moral guy.
Right.
And he was actually my favorite character in the movie because he was awesome, man.
And that's the scene in the book where the guy kills the girl. That's where his breaking point was, where it's like, look, I was soft on criminals until I met this guy that killed this girl and like chopped her up and left her. And the guy admitted, like, yeah, I did it. Take me in. Right. I'm going to plead insanity.
Right. Nah.
No, not today, sir. No, death. Not today, sir. No. Death.
Sentence. Death.
Yes. Sentence death.
We're over that. He's like the Punisher. Like, I don't got no.
Right.
Yeah, no, there'll be no court proceedings.
Which is an extension of like how bad human nature is. It's that bad where a superhero has to go,
we got to kill him.
No, I have to put you down.
Right, because
you will continue to kill and do this.
Yes, we can't
and cheat the system
you into the authorities
and cheat the system, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway,
too many loopholes.
Read the book.
Murder.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
Yeah. It paints a bigger picture, but anyway.
So now, my man's in the hospital.
Right.
But he's gonna come out.
Right.
Apparently. But now the business at hand of I guess finding no.
So what was so
Sister
dope
Night.
about Sister Night? Like we thought that she went. No, sorry. I'm sorry. She didn't go directly to the cops.
No.
She went to a trailer park.
Yes, I skipped that.
And she drove right in.
That is correct. Before she went to the police station, she was like, I think I know where to go.
I smell
white supremacy.
Yes.
White supremacy.
And they're over here.
It smells like bleach. Drug that dude. They fought for a minute.
Right.
But she laid some folks down. And that's where you learn she nice.
Right.
Nice with the hands and real good choreography. She best character on the show.
Right.
Right now, I mean, after one episode, I'm all in on Regina King.
Right. Can I point something out in that scene when she was in the trailer park and she knocked the guy out? Right.
Yeah, you talking about?
She took a moment to look at a poster.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna tell you this, guys.
Okay.
So like Damon Lindelof is known for having these twists and turns in a show. Mm-hmm. And there was a point where she stared at this this poster, and it was there's a character called Dollar Bill, but he was a white guy in the movie and the comic, the graphic novel. Mm-hmm. But the poster showed a black guy as Dollar Bill, which I found really interesting. So it's like, is this a parallel universe, or did something happen?
Yeah.
Or like, did something get flipped? Like was there like real life, and then like the way it, I hate to say this, but the way our society is now, and then it got flipped.
Yeah.
Because it's like she looked at this poster and she just stared at it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I saw was, oh, that was odd. Dollar Bill is a black guy. And the story on Dollar Bill is when the superheroes started coming started rising, the first vigilante was Hooded Justice. He had like a hood and he had a noose around his neck. Yeah. And he was in the Watchmen movie and in the comic, but he was the first vigilante.
Okay.
After that came Dollar Bill. The department stores said it would be great if we had a superhero that was a security guard at our department stores. Hence Dollar Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, because here's a write-up on your book.
Right.
Dollar Bill on a racist National Bank poster.
I didn't.
That's why I was looking at that. I was like,
I didn't read all of it.
Well, see, I thought where you going with it was because the imagery was so Sambo-like. Like the dude was looking like crazy. Okay,
so, I just focused on the dollar bill. I totally missed the point. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
So okay, it says one of the original Minutemen, Dollar Bill, was a mass hero sponsored by the National Bank. Dollar Bill.
That's sad that I missed that.
Was orchestrated as a publicity figure, someone intended to signify an extra layer of protection over customers' money and drum up good press for the bank. He was initially shot during the bank robbery. Mm-hmm. The poster we see on the wall in the 7th Cavalry hideout is from his publicity days, depicting a smiling dollar bill dragging out a black man by his shirt.
Okay.
Keep the riffraff out. The shirt on the poster reads, "Our banks are clean and safe and family oriented, and we keep the riffraff." Okay, that's what I saw. And keep the riffraff out.
So was Dollar Bill black?
No, he was. Yeah. Okay, so I was mistaken. So. A black man is being drugged out of the bank
by a black superhero.
By
by Dollar Bill?
Yeah, depicting Dollar Bill dragging out a black man by his shoulder. So Dollar Bill was apparently white.
Okay, see, like the shading, it looked like he was
black.
Yeah,
it did. That's what I thought too. Dark. That's what I thought too. That's why I thought he was.
And I just saw the movie and he was white. Right. I mean, he was a white guy.
But apparently he was dragging the blacks. We keep our banks clean.
I gotcha. Yeah, don't dirty our banks up with this blackness. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why she probably like.
Okay. See, I need to watch that again because I was like, oh, is he black? Like Dollar Bill, not the. Yeah. That's what
I thought he was too.
See, I focused on that. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
Because now that makes sense why she focused on that.
Yeah, she's like, come on. That's terrible.
Right.
But it would be in a 7th Cavalry's trailer
Correct.
Park.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trailer home.
Yeah.
So she drug that dude out.
Right.
Beat him up. And then took him to
Then she goes
she went to the meeting,
and then
said, "Oh, by the way, I got your boy
in the trunk." And he's
like,
"What?"
She's like, "What?" Yeah, he smelled like bleach. That's how white supremacy smells.
Right,
like bleach. Let's put him in the.
And he was still like, "I'm not sure about this. Like, I don't know.
We're gonna do it."
Yeah,
because like you said, she no nonsense. She to let you know early.
Right.
Put him in the pod. Let's go. Get my man Looking Glass in here and run him through the thing.
Right.
And, the interrogation, they give you an idea of his intense interrogation. And Now, explain to me, they learned that the dude, where to find these members of the 7th Cavalry based on on his testimony. But he maintained throughout that I don't know nothing about this. So
right, but
is it the imagery around him?
Yeah, so
that's telling off on because even though he's saying one thing,
right? So Looking Glass, the purpose of his mask is to. It's like a reverse Rorschach almost. It's kind of like he's looking like the guy is looking into the mirror, but the guy is the mirror.
Yeah.
So he's looking at every twitch, every facial expression.
Right.
I can ask you a question, even though you're saying, no, I don't know anything about him. The twitches and the stuff show it. Okay. You're lying.
Right.
And he said, look. And when he came out there, he said, look.
Yeah.
He's admitting to nothing, but he showed enough cues to say yes. He's.
So how did they determine where they were?
They take him, and she says, "Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry for the behavior." She beats
roughed him up. Yeah,
she roughed him up.
She beat him up, and he bled out.
Right. And then they said, "Yep, they're over here."
Why didn't they just do that before? Oh, because they needed to make sure that they wouldn't beat up some dude that was telling the truth.
Right. Correct.
There it is.
Right.
I love this show.
Right. So fast forward, they're in this like field. This
Yeah. They
cattle
said they had a
ranch.
cattle farm. Let's go get them.
Right.
Man, the cattle
So they
farm.
rushing them,
Ooh,
and
man, they saw them coming.
Yeah, and
them boys are prepared too, man.
right, they had Gatling guns,
Man, with
and
the shields and everything, Rambo style.
right, and they were chewing up cattle. She was
Oh, my
hiding
God.
behind a cow.
Slaughtered. Cattle is just dropping. They had and Peter gonna be on them. They're gonna have to put that little thing, this disclaimer. No,
Right.
no cows were harmed in the
Right.
because boy, lot of meat
Right,
laid out
Yeah.
on that farm.
right,
And but my girl is fearless.
Mm-hmm.
She made her way up there through the gunfire and
Right.
all of that, and
yeah,
sewed them up. And then two tried to get away. Man, two got away, got on a biplane, little raggedy plane, but they got off the ground, and so.
looked like the same biplane that was
The
used in the
same-
20s.
Exactly. That's why that sounds like
Yeah,
shoot that down. You know what I'm saying? But
that garbage.
yeah. But they got off the ground, and then my man Crawford and some chick. Who was this other chick?
Her name is Pirate Jenny.
Okay, well, Pirate Jenny was flying the thing.
Yes,
The thing that looked eerily similar to my man Night
Archie.
Owl's joint.
It's Archie.
Yeah.
They call it it's short. It's Archie. Short for I forgot the longer name.
I know what you're talking about. But
Right.
it looked just like my man Night Owl's thing
Yeah,
in the movie.
like a future version of it.
Yeah. It just looked out of place.
Right.
You know, like
And it had
no
police.
one's flying.
It had
that
police
thing.
markings on it. And
right.
everything.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Like, how do you not know about that? But they managed to shoot that down, but they had to risk a lot because my man was like, go faster, and as a result they exerted too much power. They shot the plane down. They got them.
Right.
Then they crashed in the as a result, but they came out all right.
I'm gonna put my Reynolds wrap foil hat on.
Okay.
Do you find it odd that Judd was like, "No, we got to kill him"? Like he seemed very impulsive. Like she was like, "Wait a minute, what are you doing?" Like I'm chasing after him.
Yeah,
but he was like, "No."
yeah, he wanted
He's like,
them
I need to torch the earth.
Yeah.
There's something that we're gonna find out about Judd.
Well, how we gonna find out about Judd? We need to fast forward.
Yeah, well,
we need to fast forward.
Well, we'll talk about
Unless Judd.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll stick
Yes.
a pin in that.
Yes.
What you said about that? They had
Correct.
a good laugh after.
Yeah.
everybody
That's my
was fine.
tinfoil moment.
Okay,
I'm gonna just
okay,
put it.
Okay. Okay.
After watching the show twice, I'm like,
Okay. You feel like
this is interesting.
Okay.
He made a.
he wanted them to die though. He
He also made a and to go back to the police meeting, they made a motion. We didn't talk about Panda.
Yeah, because I still don't know what's up with Panda dude. Yeah,
So
he was
apparently there's a character that works for police force. His name is Panda. He's wearing this dirty
the dirtiest Panda helmet, mask
ever
thing.
black guy,
And
he's like, there's rules and regulations. We can't
about allowing access
guns.
to the gunfire to the
Right.
guns.
And apparently he's an irritant to the cops because they're like,
Yeah. Come
whenever
on, man, we need these guns. Homie.
Yeah.
Is that the one he called?
yes,
That's
he
the
said
guy.
Panda. He's like,
Panda,
oh crap,
come on, man.
like I got him tonight. Yeah. So
Panda don't want to release the guns.
correct. And then they make a motion to unlock
up.
free the
Free 'em
guns, and Judge says it's going to be my funeral. He said it just like that. He
was
said
like,
it in passing.
Yeah, he was like, "Well, I'll die on that sword." Then.
Right.
Basically, if something happens, then
It'll be
fine.
but I think there was some weight to it.
You
To
think so?
me, I think so.
I thought
could
he
be
was
wrong.
just admitting that he
True.
It
could
he
be.
made the call, and if it's wrong, blame me for it.
It could be.
That's how I took it. But
Could
who
be.
knows? I mean, the way HBO, they'll throw a curve. Ain't no telling. There may be more to it than that.
Right. I find it interesting that all the cops cover their face except for him.
He is the only one that walks around freely, unafraid.
Correct. That's
unafraid.
odd.
He
me.
don't care. He never covers up.
Some don't seem right.
Nope. He put on.
Yes.
He even goes out with his uniform to meet the wounded policeman.
Correct.
He
No
said,
mask.
He's like, no, I need to put on my uniform to go see him.
Right.
You know, put on his uniform to go see his wife.
And the wife says something interesting too.
Yeah.
He likes you.
Yeah. He likes you a lot. He talks about you
Which
all the time.
what she's saying is, I don't particularly like
No,
you. Something
but he
about
like you.
He like you. So okay.
So
Yeah.
You just cool by association.
Right. Okay. I'll just say that. Those are I'm laying my case out, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
The pagers thing real quick. Now,
Yes.
this is a world, no internet,
Correct.
no cell phones. There's no cell phones.
Wow.
That's why they use those pages. There's no internet because, spoilers, as Rose mentioned earlier, the Cold War was averted as a result of the common enemy, that the world had. So there was no need for the internet. It was never created. There's no internet. There's no cell phones. No computers. None of that.
So there could be a lot of isolated incidents happening in this universe.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff popping off, and other people around the country don't even know what's going on.
But HBO.com had put this little thing out. I sent you that link.
Okay. Yes.
And in one of the things,
please elucidate your words.
Yes.
The audience to this.
I'm gonna pull this up because I sent this. It's a really long article. So what I will do,
We'll post it on the episode.
Absolutely.
Yes. Send me the link.
Yes. It is HBO.com/PTpedia. PETEYPEDIA. And there's a host of links. One of which being Memo, the computer, and you. And what that is this, it's fictitious or whatever,
right.
But it's a memo from the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, letting everyone know that we will add a new tool to the crime fighting repertoire called the computer.
Right. What's cool about that?
You will use the computer
right
to help you facilitate the solving of cases and combating of crime in the streets.
Right.
Computer's not even a thing.
Right. Well, what's cool about that is they're echoing what the Watchmen, the book. Like if you read the book, there's these pages that just random, like memos, old memos, dossiers, things like extra. It's extra material to expand the universe past the story.
Right.
Which is awesome.
So go out there. We will post it.
Yes.
So you can read this. And there's other stuff too. There's a journal, the Rorschach's journal.
Right.
And pretty, and then a newspaper clipping, an article detailing the death of one Ozymandias.
Interesting.
And he basically this long, because he's presumed to have been just missing, but nobody wanted to declare him dead. So they're in this little memo. They're saying, "Oh, he's dead."
Yes, Adrian Veidt.
Adrian Veidt. This long, kind of like an obituary, and highlighting all his achievements and accomplishments and philanthropy and all the stuff he's done. And
speaking of which, should we talk about Jeremy Irons' character?
Yeah. It
kind of looks like Ozymandias.
Yeah, but they're not saying for sure.
Right.
He looks like someone, of the age that he would be.
Right. And of wealth as well.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. We don't know where he's at though. He looks like he's overseas somewhere.
Correct.
Chilling in a castle. Dude's living in a castle.
Right.
With servants, 2 servants.
Do you find it odd that Dr. Manhattan he built a castle and then destroyed it?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know what we were talking about that at work. Like, what is he doing?
Right.
It
seemed odd. Like,
he was
I built it and then
crush it down. Right. Yeah, I don't know what Dr. Manhattan's doing.
Yeah,
he's the most OP dude in any universe anywhere.
Right.
Like seriously, that guy. Dude, that guy is something else.
Right.
And the only way you can take him off the board is make him. You have to write him in such a way where he wants to go.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because
right.
if he decided, but he's this guy that believes. I mean, and if you
he can see the future, he sees all possible futures.
Right, but he is not in his wiring to try to change it. That's not what he's for. He just knows what's going to happen.
Right.
It's not for him to alter.
Right.
And so he doesn't use his power in that regard. You know what I'm saying? The dude is dope. In the movie, he just walks around naked, full frontal nudity. He don't care.
Right.
Because he's godly. He don't care.
Right.
He's a great character. Yeah, between him and Rorschach in that movie, they were the scene stealers.
Absolutely.
So to the Judd again here.
Yes.
Weird
juxtaposition between if we're getting off of or off of Jeremy Irons' character.
Yeah, we did
that whole scene.
Yeah,
it's a juxtaposition from juxtaposition from Tulsa to like this.
Yeah,
just crazy, just
he's
rich,
on the rolling heels of
France
Ireland
or something.
I don't know where he's at.
Right. So it was so out of place.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It almost looked fake.
Right.
Like what are you doing?
Right.
He's sitting up there naked.
Yeah, and his servants seem like robots, but they're not.
They seem like they were programmed. Like they weren't human.
Yeah, like can't get the recipe right for cake.
Right.
And celebrating his birthday, and he's like, I'll eat the cake.
Is boo-boo.
Yeah, he gave him a horseshoe instead of a fork.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, man, it was crazy. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. So I guess we'll figure out this guy's deal.
Right.
Soon enough.
Yeah. But
Judd. Now, you highlighted the fact that Lou Gossett Jr.'s character, the little boy from the very beginning, grown up, old, in a wheelchair, inquiring.
We're assuming that he's a boy.
Well, he had the note.
That's right.
Watch this boy.
Exactly. That's right.
He had it on him.
At the end, yes. At the end.
So he had. They didn't show that until the end.
To the end.
Because my girl got a call in the middle of some coffee.
I knew
coffee break.
You noticed the coffee.
The coffee break. But they stopped the coffee break, and she filled, Sister Knight and her husband, and she filled a page. No, it's a phone call. This was a phone call.
Yeah.
And this guy is on the other end talking about, you need to come on out here.
Don't wear your mask.
Don't wear that mask. I know where you are. I know who you are.
Angela.
Right.
Names are by name.
Yeah. I know who you are. Come on out here.
Right.
No mask. And I'm thinking, oh Lord, is this one of those Klansmen folk?
Right.
But it's old dude,
right,
in the wheelchair, holding the old sign, the little note.
Right.
Watch this boy from 1921. Which is kind of we assume that's him. And now my man,
go ahead.
My man Judd is strung up. Lynch style.
Before you get to that.
Lynching style.
Before you get to that.
Okay.
After the call.
Why
did I cheer when she got on the bed?
Hit the bedboard and grabbed the shotty. The shotty came out, and then she grabbed the side arm and said,
out of the fireplace.
Listen, if anybody roll up other than me, shoot them, kill them. I'm out.
Peace. I was like, what am I watching?
Right. I'm in love with that woman.
Yes. What am I watching right now?
Goodness.
I was like, she has a compartment in the bed.
The bed
for that work.
Like, boom, get ready for that work. Yeah.
My wife said, I bet you sleeping is interesting amongst any other activities as well.
Right. You got to be careful.
Maybe that's why they were, having coffee in the closet. I don't get shot.
It over there, you might get your head blown off.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so she rolls up to the old oak tree that the guy says, meet me by.
Right.
And there's Judd all strung up Lynch style.
Right.
Judd.
Right.
The guy you said that is got some stuff going on.
Right.
He ain't got much going on if that sticks.
Right. Well,
what's your theory?
The reason, okay, so I don't really have a theory.
He's dead.
But on the surface, it looks like, okay, man, black dude's wrong. He laid out the razor wire for Judd to trip on.
He did. Yeah, because he was driving. Judd was driving.
Right.
And I forgot about that. He
flashed a white, like this bright light.
Yeah.
And he did the same to Angela, and she was like, turn that off.
Right.
And he was like, he's like, what did he say? He didn't even say, what did he say?
He didn't say anything, dude.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say nothing.
Right. Because he already told her.
All you saw was the sign.
Right. And she, her facial expressions as she's walking up and she notices it as Judd, she's just like,
oh my God.
Well,
and then dude.
Yeah.
From outside my bakery.
And
200 pounds
again,
hung up.
Geek moment right here. the camera pans down Judd,
I know, yeah.
and then the badge is there,
Yep. With the Watchmen blood
and
drop
the Watchmen blood drops on it.
Absolutely.
And it's basically going, here's a story.
Yep. Here we
And
go.
and this is a reference to if you go back to the graphic novel,
Yep.
the comedian wore this
Smiley face joint,
this
right?
smiling face.
Like a badge almost.
Right. And the comedian represented somebody that was deplorable,
Yeah.
but
got
he
that work
did,
done.
but he also had a truth to him.
Yeah.
Where he was like, this is how the world is.
Deal with it.
Yes.
And this is how I'm going to deal with
Right.
it. And you should
right.
probably get
I'm
on
gonna have a
board,
sense of humor
accept
about
it.
this.
Exactly.
Yeah. So hence the comedian.
Joker-like.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a comedian because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Hence the iconic image, graphic designer here.
Mm-hmm,
The iconic image of the button with the blood splat on it. It says volume. So
Mm-hmm.
you have this police force that has, we've seen how this police force is set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see that blood, that Watchman blood splatter on it.
Indeed.
Indeed. This show, I'm in. And
Yeah.
and it's only, I think this is only 8 episodes, guys.
Oh, is that right? Oh.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot.
A ton.
We're going to get a ton.
We're going to get good 7-8 seasons out of this job.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Oh, come on. It's HBO. They ain't going to cancel.
Yeah.
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 gonna be
I wonder
God.
what the numbers are on the first episode. I didn't look.
Yeah, look.
It has to be good because the chatter
Man.
and there was a revelation that there was a lot of folks that did not know about Black Wall Street.
Yes. But are you surprised?
I'm
If
not
you
surprised
didn't know
if I
until
didn't know.
college?
Right. That's what.
Can you imagine?
Right. Not in the curriculum.
Yeah, our white brethren, they didn't.
They were like, what?
And I'm not blaming them, obviously.
Right,
I mean,
right.
you know what I'm saying? You're only, aware of that what is put in front of you, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's
Right.
not put in front of you,
Right.
and
Yeah.
and if you look that imagery, man, like it's disturbing. Like if I was to watch that episode, I don't know if I could go through that part again. I would probably, but I could skip it. You know what I'm saying? Really.
But and see
it's
that
rough.
paints a picture that and I hope that anybody that watches that scene that's not African American can see the gravity of how like when I was watching the scene, I couldn't catch my breath. It was
it was like, man, look at
right.
like this is crazy. When is this gonna end?
Right. Right. And then, you when moments like that in history happen to a culture, that gets passed down psychologically, whether you realize it or not. Like, look, I didn't experience overt racism like my parents did.
No.
Like my dad told me stories about how he had to sit in the balcony of the Orpheum in Memphis.
Yeah.
And he had to go through the back entrance to watch a movie.
Yep.
I don't understand how they can walk through the world now and not have a huge chip on their shoulder.
Right.
But there's a lot of people that walk around and they're like, they understand that happened, but they still are able to walk the world. But we have people that feel like their territory is being approached upon. So I'm going to shoot. I'm going to be racist. I'm going to do it's just, it doesn't make any sense.
Take a
at
step
all.
further though, man. How do you? I mean, can you imagine how like people like your dad, my
They're
mom,
in an alternate universe.
or your grandma,
Right.
who see us and look at us like y'all don't even know.
Don't even know.
You don't have any idea. You just going through, which on one hand, they're probably glad that they can do that, but that we can do that.
Right.
But wonder if whether or not we truly appreciate what it is we have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
At this, like, not that we living in a utopia, because it's still a mess.
Right.
But compared to what they had to deal with,
It
man,
was-
it's like there really should be some respect paid and some reverence, you know what I'm saying, to those
Correct.
who had to deal with stuff like this, you know, like you're saying, the repercussions that were passed down, you know, the psychological repercussions that were
But even
inherited.
the children, even like when we look back, like for example, I was born in 75, right? Mm-hmm. Our right to vote was like maybe 5 to 6 years before I was born. Mm-hmm. Think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's crazy.
you know, like this is how recent, like, even though, like, yeah, 1921.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's only 50 years from when I was born. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
there's-
it's not ancient history. Is what
correct.
I'm saying.
So I'm saying all that to say that, like, I know these moments in history that happen to our people, and then we see the current climate now, where the rhetoric is spinning off again, and it's and what's interesting about this show, if you look at the Watchmen universe, it's almost like, is history repeating itself? Mm-hmm. We had a moment. The world is on the brink of extinction or whatever, and then some event happens, and then it stops. The clock gets turned back. It's not. We're not in the like they kept showing the nuclear clock, the doomsday clock, right?
Uh-huh.
So they turned it back. They turned the clock back. Okay, we got reparations, blah, blah, blah. Now we're here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the same is happening in our society too. Like there's a lot of rhetoric happening. Look, there's impeachment things going on with Donald Trump and stuff. You know, we had to be careful out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if that goes, if that impeachment goes off, like we have to be careful. You know, like there's people out here that are going to be hurt by that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
just by anything, because everybody's so ultra sensitive and takes everything so personally, man,
Right.
rather than looking at like the reason behind anything's being done. And like sometimes some stuff may be done, you know, because they have personal vendettas too, you know,
Right.
and might you know, put the mask of justice over it. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I mean, you know, it goes both ways, man.
but it's a paranoia. That's what I'm
That's
saying. Like
exactly.
in terms of black people, like there's a paranoia because we know how history plays.
We know how it
out,
works, yeah.
and we know how it works, and we know how it works even in this time where we're free.
right, because they were free.
And we
21.
also know that laws can change.
That's right.
Depending on who's in power, and can be tweaked.
Not as overt, but the wording
they can be
yeah.
tweaked. Mm-hmm. I mean, do we see that happening in our society? I'll pose the question and leave it alone.
Watch the show and watch the news.
Watch men.
Yes, watch
men,
please,
yes,
and women,
yes,
and watch us.
yeah,
And watch and listen.
Yes,
EST 1982 podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And
thank you for listening and watching this
holla
podcast.
at us. Yes, holla at us. We got like I said, we've added this to the hopper of a podcast in our network.
Yes, this is the fourth one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to all of it. If you're interested in any of this geek culture stuff that we have going on, please hit us up. That website, that lovely website, Mr. 1%.
Thanks, man.
EST1982
Working on it now.
podcast.com. It's dope. It is dope. Go out there and you can listen to us on any medium that has podcasts that you can listen to a podcast. It don't matter what it is. iTunes. Well, it was Apple Podcasts now, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all of that. So, man, we're excited.
Yeah.
This show is HBO, so yeah, we got at least 5 good ones in here, at least.
Right.
So we plan to be here for some years, and we plan to be, you know, we hope to be the source for all your Watchmen needs. And just please interact with us. Let us know what you think. Anything that we might have missed, give us your opinions.
Or if you have any questions you need us to
you know what I'm
answer.
saying? We would do the very best that we can do. Believe you me. So again, man, thank y'all for hitting us up, joining us on this Watchmen journey. So until next time, the next episode, we can't wait to see what's going on with my man Lou Gossett in the wheelchair. What's going on?
A lot to be explained.
Yes, sir.
I think they're going to stretch that mystery out for a while. You ain't going to know something.
Nah, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Right.
But until next time, we'll holler at you.